Well, dear friends in Jesus Christ, in today's gospel we could see that a person who has a leper coming to Jesus, kneeling down and saying to him, Lord, if you will to do so, he said, you can cleanse me. And Jesus, moved with pity, he stretched out his hand and he said, I wish I will, may you be cleaned. And then his healing took place. He got healed. And then he prescribed him, or he said to him that go and show yourself to the priest and offer as it is prescribed by Moses in the law. So dear friends, in those time, there were three kinds of leprosy. The first one, these three kinds of leprosies were very severe, that people struggled a lot, those who got these leprosy. See, firstly they call it as nodular leprosy. So which means, it is a kind of leprosy and it comes with a huge pain in the joints. Wherever the joint is there, the person gets huge pain in the joints. And then this leprosy can be seen from the back, and there is a symmetrical discolored patches. So there will be symmetrical discolored patches behind his back. And then what happens then, that process slowly becomes, and there is a forming of nodule, they say nodule. It's a kind of swollen that comes on this symmetrical discolored discolored um, patches. So above that it comes. So this nodule that comes on the face, and it comes on the cheek, it comes on the nose, it comes on the lips, and it comes on the forehead. And then what happens finally, the first person's face is hidden. His natural face or his human face is totally hidden, and it is disappeared, and he cannot be identified by his own members. And this person gets ulcerated, so much affected, his skin gets broken and so on. So this is one kind of disease, one kind of leprosy. And the second one is aesthetic leprosy. So this leprosy also begins like the first leprosy, that is nodular leprosy. And what is the difference here? So the person in him, the process takes place, or the leprosy comes in, and the person is not aware that it has happened, that the leprosy has come into his body, that it has happened something inside of his body. He is not aware of it, he does not know it until the pain or the burning sensation that he gets. Okay, then he realizes, then he comes to know that something has happened in his body. So this leprosy will affect his fingers, whether either in the foot or either in the hands. So it will affect the fingers, toes, sole of the feet, and finally it affects either the hand or the leg, where it has appeared, where it is in progressive process. And this this is a second kind of leprosy that a person can get. And thirdly, both the leprosy can be combined together on a person, and this will be a great suffering for the person. So these are the three kinds of leprosy that were found in the time of Jesus, or before Jesus would come, and there, in the time of Moses as well. So whatever the laws has been prescribed according to live a holy life, or live a purified life, or live a sanctified life, then they have to follow the laws. If they get the leprosy, they have to go there, isolate themselves from the society of men, and banish from the society of men, and so on. So this person who has got this leprosy comes to Jesus, kneeling down and telling him, Lord, if you will to do so, you can cleanse me. And moved with pity, Jesus touched the person and healed. And here you see the Jesus did not drive this person away who did not follow the law. What was the law? Or what is the law? The law says that if a person has got leprosy, he is not allowed to talk with the other person. So this person who had got leprosy came to Jesus, talked with Jesus, and Jesus looked at the desperation of that person, and he touched him. He moved with pity and he healed the person, dear friends. And this is the great resource or a great revolution that he has done in those times. Nobody, no priest will ever touch the person or talk with the person or allow the person to talk with them. And Jesus had done this. He has done this for the good purpose. Because in the sight of Jesus, no one is leper. No one is leper. No one is diseased person. One is no one can be affected with any disease. So we as a human, we only call it as this virus is corona, this virus is leprosy, this disease is AIDS, this disease is fever, this disease is typhoid, this disease is dengue, this disease is rose fever, this disease is and so on, so heart attack and so on. But in the sight of God, there is no disease at all, because He is a healer. He is the curer of any kinds of disease or any kind of sickness, or even the body is injured or his bones are broken. He is able to heal that. He is able to heal that way. So nothing can be said to him or in disease name to Jesus Christ. Dear friends, looking at the life of Jesus in our context of today, how am I able to live myself? When I look at the person, when I look at others, I may have some difficulty or negative things into my heart. I may generate in my heart. For instance, take a disease as a negative thinking. So you look at the other person. If you are like Jesus, then Jesus looks at the other person, the goodness of the other person, not the bad things of the other person, not the sin of the person. Because He forgives sins and He gives them the good, and He looks at them, their good quality. When they come to Him, begging Him, Lord, forgive us, forgive my sin, and crying before Him, and He could see their goodness, that the love they show to Him. So that is what, dear friends, we also need to do in our lives. So whether the other person is affected by disease or whether the other person is living his life, there will be good qualities, there will be bad qualities, but if you are focusing on only the good qualities of the person, then you also like Jesus, dear friends, because the good qualities of the other person, when you are able to look at it, then there is a good thing going to happen. Because when you appreciate somebody, then the other person is ready to do something, because he feels to do more. But if you are discouraging the other person, then he is completely disappointed, and he may not try to grow or come up in his life. So dear friends, let us look at the positive side of the other person, and then appreciate the other person, so that we also will be like Jesus Christ in our practical life. Thank you.